I had this coffin lid at home. And I didn't say anything about it. It was just propped up in the lounge room because I was wondering just what the family would say when they see, like a coffin lid in the middle of the house. And, one of the kids is like, what the F's that? Another one's like, looking at it going, ooh, creepy. And my husband sort of comes in and goes, oh my God, now I'm really nervous. I suppose it's a good way to arc the pressure up. But the funny thing is, it's about that reaction to death. It's profoundly uncomfortable. Everyone was very uncomfortable with the coffin in the house. Now, before you get any ideas about trying to buy one of my, unwanted paintings at a garage sale or going through my rubbish, looking through old undies or something, I'm not about to cark it. I don't have any sort of, well, that I know of at the moment. Although I could probably die at any point. At the moment, there's always some ways that we could die. I am actually painting this for an exhibition of coffin lids that's being painted, but it does make you think, doesn't it? We know so little about death, and it's one of those things that it's just bound to happen. Like, we all know it's going to happen. We've demystified birth and reclaimed it, but we're still a little nervous about doing the same with death. And the one thing we do know is that we're going to die. In fact, just start thinking about how you could die. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought, how am I going to die? I've thought about, I think, am I going to have a heart attack at my next summer Brazilian? That one back after summer, because man, that hurts. What about if it's apple rolls under my foot while I'm reverse parking at the lighthouse? Over the edge. God, that'd be funny. Or even sort of stranger still, what if that angry vegan from last year or the year before actually stabs me in the back with a carrot? What a way to go, to be organic at least. So you don't really know how you're going to die. You can think about how your family members died. Like, how did they die? I had one, sort of my father died in a car accident. A grandfather died of a heart attack after electric shock because he had tried to actually electrocute himself. There was a grandmother that died from deterioration of her organs after 8 bouts of cancer, but she only died from the radiation. You never know. It's so mysterious what's going to happen. Sort of fascinating in a creepy kind of way, but I love it. There's so much discomfort around death. No one knows what to say to you. And it's sort of like we want to say something, there's nothing you can say because it's inevitable. Saying, oh my God, I'm so sorry, is what we all say, but really it looks like it's your fault, and it's not. It's just an uncomfortable thing to say. It's sad we don't have words to comfort people or to tell people that we care without them having lost someone and then having to feel profoundly uncomfortable by our own discomfort of not knowing how to comfort them. In fact, if you feel like that, maybe just send flowers. It is one of those things that I know what it was like. I was that kid. My dad died when I was 6 in a car accident, and I became that kid that other people talked about at school, the one that people felt sorry for, whispered behind hands. I remember distinctly hearing Sharon, a girl who always hated my guts, being asked by her mother to invite me to a birthday party. She'd go, Sharon, invite Mandy. She's the one whose poor daddy died. And I was so mortified. I thought, yes, Sharon, invite poor Mandy. And then I went, oh no, I am poor Mandy. So I do remember that terrible feeling of pity when people pity you or they feel sorry for you. And what a sad feeling to be associated with death, this time of morbidness and sorrow and strangeness and discomfort. Wouldn't it be nice if we could somehow celebrate it and talk about it and have ways of, I don't know, having conversations about it? I had this with my grandmother, who's 95, who rang me recently, and she said, this isn't for her, by the way. My grandmother said, she'd rewritten her will and she was telling me the details. And I said, because when people speak about wills, it's very uncomfortable. I said, well, I hope it doesn't happen too soon. And she said, really? I'm 95. I hoped it happened 2 years ago. She said, I feel like all my friends and everyone I've loved has gone to a party and the bus has forgotten to pick me up. I thought, how profoundly sad to not die. Anyway, she's still sitting there waiting. She's not dead yet, but she's got her ticket ready. So come to the exhibition, bring your kids, see if you can't feel comfortable around death, and maybe we could even do a raffle and you could choose your own death. See you then.